Welcome back to the Build Great Products YouTube channel. I'm Jordan Calderon, and today we're at DataCon LA at the University of Southern California. We have over 40 plus keynote speakers, as well as many different tech companies showing off their latest and greatest tech inventions. Let's go take a look.
Be able to access your data using the right API or the right model. Now, I'm excited in particular about graph databases, which this visualization that you see on the left, you can produce a number of powerful queries and results, and then build powerful visualizations based on the insights that you can get from a graph database. This is an emerging area and probably doubling year over year in terms of the size of the market.
Welcome back. We are with Douglas from OpenSUSE. Douglas, can you just tell us a little bit more about the products?
Yeah, basically we have a community table here for the OpenSUSE project. The OpenSUSE project focuses on operating systems and the various open source software that people would use.
Okay.
It could focus on anything from a Raspberry Pi all the way up to a mainframe. So whatever you want to do, it's pretty customizable.
Okay. So you can use it for basically any application that you want.
Any purpose, any use case you have. I mean, it can be used for.
So you mentioned it was open source. With the open source, is the kind of team behind the software development more decentralized, or is it more?
So it's more decentralized. It's a community that exists from all corners of the earth.
Okay.
And you have people in Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia, Brazil, Europe, US, Mexico. I mean, everywhere people work on the software together.
Gotcha. And then with the kind of targeted demographic, what type of users are actually using this on a regular basis?
Well, there are various uses. We have people that actually build a HMS system for healthcare, and that's being used in Jamaica. They're also going to be using it in India as well, like countrywide, for managing their healthcare. So that's one use case. You have some people that wanted to actually start a tablet. There are people that make phones that also use our software to help achieve that. We have a thing called the Open Build Service, so if you want to build packages to allow you to create a customizable software, you can use our community infrastructure and our community project to help achieve this.
Gotcha. And also, I'm very aware that you guys have an enterprise kind of linked to the company, kind of the parent of. Can you just tell me a little bit how these are different?
Yeah. So SUSE is a company that sponsors the OpenSUSE project, and they're sort of the main sponsor, but they're not the only sponsor. We have Amazon that sponsors us. We have Marvell, which makes ARM servers. We have ARM itself that sponsors us. We have various different sponsors that sort of contribute and give us hardware so that we can do the thing that we do best.
So SUSE is just the biggest sponsor, so they put their name onto the actual.
Well, and they were the ones that kind of started it.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
if you're familiar with Red Hat, they have a Fedora project. So it marries up the same way, and everyone in the developer world, they also work together. So I mean, we work very closely with people from Fedora or Ubuntu.
Very cool. And then maybe from 5 years from now, how do you see OpenSUSE actually changing and kind of being modified to fit today's needs?
Yeah, well, so our project is driven by the community itself. So it's a governance aspect, and to help drive that project, it's all about being a part of it, right? And so where things will go, I mean, obviously we have containers are sort of the big thing right now. And so we have a containerized operating system that is moving in that direction. But someone can start up something
new that kind of takes off.
That takes off. I mean, so our containerized operating systems are focused primarily on Kubernetes. So you get things like that. And obviously next year we'll be talking about something different. But it really is the whole idea of open source is the mind share and driving technology forward, and something will take off because there's the need for it, there's a use for it.
Exactly.
And that's, I can't really tell you predictively where it will be, but
It's driven by the community base,
yeah,
right?
it is.
Welcome back. We are with Lacey from Patient Pop. Lacey, can you please tell us a little about the history of Patient Pop and what you guys do?
Sure. Patient Pop is a healthcare technology company. We're providing digital solutions to doctors and other healthcare practices. Our goal is to support them during the customer acquisition, so the patient acquisition and then retention journey. So we build their websites, we help manage their online reputation, we create different widgets and other software to help support online booking, appointment reminders, recall efforts to remind, marketing efforts to remind the patients of their different doctors' different services. And we package all of this together into one-stop platform. The goal being, doctors are busy. They're taking care of patients. They don't have time to do the marketing and growth aspects of their practice.
Also,
so that's where we come in.
You guys have skill sets that most doctors, didn't go 20 years of college for, right? So
yeah, exactly.
So definitely kind of helping them out with things that they don't actually know. Very cool.
Exactly.
So with the actual software that you guys create, do you guys have an in-house or outsourced team that works on those projects?
Yeah, so primarily in-house. We have a little bit of outsourcing that we're doing, but for the most part, we're a homegrown in-house shop building out all our software.
And how big is the entire company, employee-wise?
Yeah, so we're about 400, approaching 500 by the end of this year, employees.
Okay, and then with kind of the data science that goes into it, what processes do you guys use when it comes to actually creating the softwares and the B2B market that you're in?
Yeah, so our data team, we're a newer team. I was data team employee number 1 about a year and a half ago, and we got Series B funding last fall. So since then, I've been building up the team. It includes data engineers to build our databases and pipelines, data scientists and analysts to do the modeling, to measure performance, predict where performance is going. And so what we're really trying to do as a data team is understand, how do we make our great products even greater, right? Like, how do we understand which customers, which doctors are going to adopt our products? Who should sales and marketing target? How do we understand which patients are engaging with our products and what ways they're engaging? Where do they drop off so we can fix it and keep them on? And then internally, we're looking at things like for our customer retention team, how do we predict which of our customers are likely to churn so that we can outreach to them and make sure they're having the best experience possible?
Absolutely, just kind of optimizing the entire experience from an internal standpoint as well as outreach standpoint as well, right?
Exactly.
Very cool, very cool. So with Patient Pop, how do you see the company growing from a kind of industry kind of standard level in the next 5, 10, or 15, or 20 years from now?
Yeah, so for us, we're looking at the healthcare market, and there's no shortage of opportunity. We've identified 400 to 500,000 healthcare practices in our target market, and we see a lot of opportunity to really make a difference in this space. As I said, we recently achieved Series B funding, so we're also a hyper-growth startup company. We were recently recognized by Inc. magazine as the 125th top growing private startup or privately owned technology company in the country. So we're looking to expand our product line, expand our customer base, expand our employees, because we need somebody to support all of that expansion.
Exactly. Welcome back. Today we're here with Tom from Cloudera. Tom, can you tell us just a little bit more about the company?
Yes, so Cloudera is a global data management company that manages data both from collection of it on the edge all the way through to artificial intelligence for predictive and other type of use cases.
So what kind of customers are you looking for? Is it more B2B, working with other companies, or do you guys actually use this software processing for customers, individuals?
So my team works with basically the large percentage of the Fortune 1000. So we hold all of those folks as customers. We're very much a partner with those companies as far as the work that they're doing in the data analytics space.
And then kind of on the product development side, what kind of teams do you actually have behind the product itself? Do you guys have an in-house team or do you guys outsource the work?
It's all in-house. Our engineering team originally spun out of Yahoo. So they were doing work on in the open source community, and then kind of spun out and created a company. Actually, two companies that later merged.
What were these two companies?
Hortonworks and Cloudera. So when we merged, we took the Cloudera name, but we sort of brought together those two teams again. Behind the scenes. So yeah, it's all in-house, very, very large team around the world now.
Very cool. And then if you can kind of forecast maybe 5 years into the future, where do you see Cloudera?
Well, we're moving very aggressively into the public cloud space. So we're providing consistent data management, whether it be on-prem or in the cloud. We're also enabling the ability to very easily move workloads between clouds and to sort of apply federated analytics over top of that distributed data.
Gotcha. Thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.